It's Ryan Grant, Green Bay Packers, and I'd like to introduce the Acme Packers podcast
I am very excited.
I absolutely love the
Yes, sir.
with Packer People 12 and Big B.
Big B, nice to meet you, Big B.
Social media fans if they traded up to get Jordan Love.
Carry the G.
Packers legendary quarterback Brett Hundley. MySpace and the Cheesehead TV comment.
Okay, that's just stupid.
It's gonna be awesome. Your names are awesome, so everything else is good to go. But let's have fun talking about Packer stuff. Go Pack, go!
What is going on, everybody? It's Packer People 12. As always, joined by my co-host Big B.
What is up?
And today we have my special guest. We are talking to our Brett Favre survivor, my brother Dave. How are you doing today?
What is going on? Not much, just carrying the G like always, of course. Let's get into it. How the hell are you guys doing?
Love the energy.
Energy up, baby.
Yes, we're doing good. We obviously, the Brett Favre, the 90s episode of Legacy came out tonight. Let's first off, how old are you, Dave? If you want to throw your social security number in there, that would be great.
Yeah, put the address and everything. So I am 28. So I was born in 92 when Brett Favre took over. So I know nothing but Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. And now possibly Jordan Love. We'll see.
Let's hope. 28. There's quite the comparison. Me and Big B, we were born same year Rodgers was drafted. We have no idea. It's quite a little bit different though because we saw the start of Rodgers' career. You're a little young. You have no idea what the NFL is. How old were you when you realized that Brett Favre was a really good quarterback and not just like any other?
The first memory I have is the Super Bowl in '96. I was young, but I remember kind of watching it and what was going on and where we were at, watching it at the neighbor's house on this awesome television, like a 20-inch big old box TV.
I mean, I can only remember from 45 Rodgers pass to Jordy and maybe that Nick Collins interception. They talked about how just that coaching staff they had with John Gruden, Andy Reid, and Steve Mariucci. What was the talk like, if you can remember, because there's so much talk today, like Sean McVay's coaching staff and the Patriots, just their assistant coaches are so highly valued to become a head coach. What was the talk like?
Yeah, I think it's funny too. That McVay gets all this credit today because he went to one Super Bowl, right? It's like, look at, they don't really compare it to Holmgren and the staff they put together. I mean, look at the names on there, not just Hall of Fame coaches, but then people forget too, Ted Thompson worked for the Packers in '92 as a scout. He grew up that way. Brian Gutekunst worked under Thompson for years. So it's all part of still the same family, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And, today you'll never get a staff like that again with how social media is and how popular these guys get. But I think he had Steve Mariucci, John Gruden, Andy Reid, and all under Holmgren. And then, of course, you throw in Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Unbelievable staff.
I love the story on how Wolf noticed Favre. Just the idea of finding a second-round quarterback and being so in love with him wouldn't be today. There's just so much value in those top 10 pick quarterbacks. You can't run a franchise without them.
Yeah, and how about moving and trading a first-round pick? I mean, can you imagine if Gutekunst did that today? They wanted to burn down when he moved up 2 spots or 4 spots to take Love. I mean, yeah, straight up for a third-string quarterback. I mean, he was kind of the backup. He was really the third-string quarterback in Atlanta and about to be cut that second year when they really didn't go into that much detail. But he was basically, like they did mention, I mean, Favre basically, he drank beer and ate hot wings and he partied. And he was, he was addicted to painkillers. So he was just a partier. And, it's like, what the hell are the Packers doing?
Yeah.
In the first-round pick.
And rookie contracts were much different than
Yeah. How about Reggie White's contract? 4 years, $17 million. What a steal today.
Yeah,
right?
that's even less than a rookie contract today. You weren't alive for Favre's first game or the signing of Reggie White, but did Dad have any stories of when Favre first came in?
Just, typical Dad. I don't think he could watch him then, but he basically, everybody was really high on Magic Man. He was a solid quarterback. He went to the Pro Bowl the year before he got hurt there. So it's just unbelievable the him Favre coming in and never never looking back. And I mean, Favre even said it. He knew how he got his job. He wasn't stupid, right? He understood it was because of the injury. And if he ever came out of a game, Favre knew that'd be it, and he wouldn't go back. So, unbelievable playing. I mean, he played so many. They didn't really go into a lot of his career, but I mean, I know when the one year he played, he broke his thumb on his throwing hand, and he played with a split on it the whole year. It's like if you ever just bruise or jam your finger, I mean, then trying to grip it and throw, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Talking about Reggie White now, would it be fair to compare his impact to Zadarius Smith?
Yeah, I think times 100 though, right? Reggie was so much more impactful than. I mean, you got to think they added two Smiths, with Z and Preston.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for your generation, for sure, the same type of thing. But the crazy thing with Reggie was free agency was so new back then, and that wasn't a thing. And it's crazy to think. I mean, it really wasn't that long ago, but it was, and free agency wasn't that like a big thing.
Yeah.
But Reggie's impact, Reggie was a monster. And then they didn't talk about it much in Legacy, but, they had Gilbert Brown in there with them after a couple of years. They had – the defense was solid. And to have Reggie in there, it was just huge. What he did for the community, too, and I think for the city was in the franchise was unbelievable.
Yeah, because Zadarius, he's coming into a winning team.
Sure,
Reggie's,
the history wasn't there yet when Reggie came, right? Besides Lombardi, he had to create that second wave.
What I found crazy about Favre just that really only one singular play they focused on was his touchdown pass in the playoffs against the Lions, and just gave an idea what Favre was really like.
Yeah, you watch the clips. I mean, they don't seem real. I mean, when they show the video when he releases it, you're like, well, there's no way nobody's going to be there. And they're all right on the money every time.
Yeah.
Favre was crazy like that. And I think Nagler had talked about this too before, that Rodgers will say he doesn't care about the stats. He cares. Favre truly did it. Favre did not care. He was having fun out there, and he'd throw 7 interceptions and throw 9 touchdowns in one game. He just went out there. He didn't care about the stats. He just let it loose, which was cool.
Bob Harlan and Ron Wolf just, along with Reggie White and Favre, just saved this team so many times in the documentary, especially in the earlier years where it's unbelievable that they're still here, and they're the only team in any professional sport that is in a huge city. It just the history of the team was insane.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's a big reason a lot of people are such a big fan. I mean, it's the reason we're fans, right? They were told they could never do it. I think it's a great thing for young people too, especially if you're a Packer fan. It's awesome. It's like, because you can look at Brett Favre, you can look at the Packers as a whole organization. As but Favre was always told he ain't never going to do anything, right? He had to pretty much walk on at Southern Miss. And it's like, well, then you're going to get drafted, but now you're ruining your NFL career. And he's like, screw it. Okay, let's just go out there and do it. And that was fun. And same with the Packers organization. They're like, you can't bring in Reggie White. This is Green Bay. You're not gonna have him come to Green Bay.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden he does, So it's funny how things work out. So
I love the saying that everybody brought up. It was definitely popular because every player seemed to know we'll ship you off to Green Bay if you keep on playing like that.
No doubt, yeah.
Be a great compliment today.
The whole Lambeau Field thing was amazing in 2000. I do remember a lot of that going on because the first couple we started going in '97. I think was '96 was my first game, and we went every year, pretty much until like 05, 06. Well, I was at Favre's last game. It was that Thursday night game against the Vikings.
Did they win?
That was awesome. They won 9-7.
Wow.
It was a terrible. It rained all week in Green Bay. We got down there. It rained all day. It was a Thursday night game. So we get down there about noon, pouring still, right? We ended up got tickets, go back to the car change. It's November. Late November, if not December, early December, because it was the last home game of that year, I think.
Hey, this is Packer People 12. Thanks so much for watching the first 10 minutes of this episode on IGTV. You can watch the full episode on Spotify. We'll see you later.